Hello, my name is Sally and I am one of the makeup artists with Look Fabulous Forever, which is the makeup, skincare and hair care range specifically designed for older faces. So I don't know if any of you watched the recent Golden Globe Awards and saw Jamie Lee Curtis and her look. Well, today we thought we'd have a little bit of fun and I'd like to steal the look and have a go at recreating Jamie's beautiful, glamorous Golden Globe Award look, but using Look Fabulous Forever's makeup, just to achieve a similar look. So if any of you are going to any beautiful award ceremonies or a red carpet, let us know. Let us know what you wear and what look you have achieved in the past or anything that you are going to go to. So I have started, as you can see, with absolutely no makeup on. But the one thing that I did last night was that I prepared my skin. Jamie looked radiant and her base was flawless. And if you want to achieve a really flawless look with your foundation, it's really worth spending a little bit of time on your skincare. So what I did last night is I used the gentle face exfoliator after taking my makeup off, just to get rid of any dead skin cells and dry flaky bits, particularly around my nose and chin and forehead area. And I then put on the lovely hydrating clay mask, left that on for about 10-15 minutes and then rinsed it off. And my skin felt, and still does, feel really smooth. So if you're going to have an important makeup look, it's really nice to treat yourself, I think, the night before, just to take off the dead skin cells and make it a really, really smooth base. So what I've done this morning is I have cleansed my face and I have used a little bit of the Hydration Hold Face Serum already. And then I have put on a small amount of Smooth the Face Day Cream. And I've let that sink in before starting on my makeup preparation. So ready to go to the Golden Globe. Here we go. So the first item I'm going to use is really important. It's the Smooth Like Silk Face Prime. And I am going to, first of all, clip my hair back. I don't quite have Jamie's beautiful short haircut, but we can just pretend. Okay, so I'm going to take some Smooth Like Silk Face Prime and put this all over my face. And what this will do is to fill in any open pores and fine lines that I've got to create a lovely smooth base for my foundation to go onto. And it also will mean that my foundation is going to last all night at my award ceremony as I make my speech in my dreams. Okay, the next thing I am going to do is I'm going to use the beautiful Continuous Cover Foundation number 2. I'm fairly pale. Jamie's look was a fairly pale look, but I think she used, well, you'll see it, she used some blusher and bronzer to give her a little bit of sculpting and colour. But the overall look was a beautiful, beautiful and very flawless look. So this foundation will allow me to do that. So I'm going to get some of the foundation on my hand. What I like to do is to also, although I've put the Smooth Like Silk Face Prime all over, I like to add a little squirt of this just to my foundation before putting it on. So I am going to use my foundation brush number 3. Taking it off on the brush, I'm just going to put this all over. I like to use the brush quite firmly. I like to hold it firmly a little bit. I sweep a little bit just under the brows, not on the actual eyelids, because I'm going to put some eye prime on the eyelids. Don't forget to go to the jawline. And if you've got a beautiful short cut like Jamie haircut, you want to make sure that your foundation actually does go right to the ears as well. Or if you're going to wear your hair up, if you're going out for red carpet look, then make sure that you do actually put your foundation right onto the ears. This gives a really super polished look. What I like to do when I've put it on is, if you can, I've got a second brush exactly the same, and I buff it in. So I'm not adding more product, because you don't want to keep adding more product, but it makes it go in really well. Buff it with a second brush. What I sometimes do is just, if you haven't got a brush, just use your fingers and the warmth of your fingers just to pat that out. So you're creating the canvas in which you're going to paint the picture. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use some concealer, and I am going to use the lovely concealer number 2. I am going to take my concealer brush number 4 just to help me in any areas where I've still got just the odd bit of discoloration, just around the nose and the dark circles. So a little bit in the inside of my eye, and I just stipple the concealer just under my eye. I don't want to look tired when I'm at my award ceremony. It's going to be a late night. This is such a lovely creamy concealer that you can just, it's like adding on a little bit of foundation, if you like, but just perfects any little areas where you might want that bit of extra help. Okay, so what we need to do now is prepare the eyes. So I'm going to use my Smooth Out Eye Prime. You only need a tiny amount of this product. I'm going to do quite a strong eye look, so I want to prepare it really well. Just a little bit, about that much. And then I'm going to, you can either just use your fingers or you can use your concealer brush again, just to blend it in. And this will mean that my eyeshadow will not crease, and it will get rid of all those little fine veins that I've got on my eyelids, so that my eyeshadow goes on a true colour and lasts all night in Beverly Hills. So while I remember, I'm going to put on my Never Feather Lip Prime. So I've done all 3 primers, just on the outer edge of my lips, so that when I come to do my lips later, it won't bleed and move. What I want to do now is to set my foundation look with the beautiful translucent powder. So I'm going to take this and my big powder brush number 1, and I'm going to just sweep that all over. So I'm going to do my eyes now. Now Jamie has got this really lovely, quite a strong browny, rosy, goldy, warm brown look to her eye makeup. So I'm going to use the warm brown trio, this beautiful warm brown trio, and I'm also going to use the lovely sheer Brilliance lid colour in Golden Mist to achieve hopefully a similar look using our products. So I am going first of all to use the lightest one just to create a bit of a base, which is cream, and I am going to put that all over my lid. What I'm now going to do is I am going to take cocoa. Now cocoa I would normally probably just put in the sort of socket line, but for Jamie's look it's a little bit stronger, so I am going to put it all over. So I'm going to take the cocoa, I'm just going to put a little bit of powder just here and here just to catch any spillage before I do that, and the cocoa is going all over the lid. This is a lovely warm brown, so it's really nice if you've got warm colouring. If you've got blue eyes, it really brings out the blue in your eyes, but it also works with brown eyes or green eyes. It's a really pretty colour, and it's a layering process. So I'm just bringing it to just above the socket line. Okay, so I've got a nice sort of warm look of cocoa all over my lids. What I'm now going to do is I am going to use the darkest shade. It's a bit scary, but let's go for it. So this is the chocolate, and I am going to put the chocolate just again on that outer edge, and I'm using a smaller brush just to Make sure I put it in the right place. This is the brush that you can use for eyes or lips, number 5. Nice, strong, smoky brown eye look. This always looks really scary at this point because you haven't done anything else. You're just doing your eyes. And this is when I know a lot of people go, oh my goodness, this looks ridiculous. I'm going to stop. But bear with it because you haven't finished. So I'm going to blend, really blend it well. Jamie's actually brought the dot quite a long way in, so I'm going to be a bit bolder and just bring it a fraction further in. Obviously you can adapt this look, but I'm just having a bit of fun here and trying to go with the look. Steal the look. If you've got time to play with makeup, it can actually be really therapeutic. It's like doing art, but it just happens to be on your face. So quite fun to do, listening to some music. When you've got time, don't think of it as a chore, think of it as an artistic pleasure. What I'm going to do now is I am going to use some dark brown eyeliner. So this is the soft eyeliner in dark brown. I'm just going to put it on the top to start with. Which will thicken the look of my lashes. I'm winging it up very slightly at the outer edge, just to lift everything. What I'm going to do now is I am going to add a little bit of the cocoa, which was the middle colour, and I am going to use my wedge brush again and just take it, sweep it underneath. So I'm actually doing it a little bit thicker to get the sort of the look that Jamie's achieved. So it's more of a sort of slight shadow look underneath. And I'm also going to just put that a bit more cocoa just over the top, making it again a little bit thicker. I'm actually holding the wedge brush so it's a little bit bigger rather than just doing it on the edge. I'm making it thicker. So Jamie has got this beautiful sort of champagne colour in the middle of her eye and slightly on the inner bit here. And I'm going to try and achieve that look with the beautiful sheer Brilliance lid colour in Golden Mist. But I am going to just put a bit just sort of in the middle here, in the inner, and bringing it out. So I'm just going to, without looking up, because it will imprint, just going to blend it with my, it's quite nice to blend it actually with your concealer brush, this one, or you can just use your fingers just to blend it, to create that golden globe look really. So it's a little bit of gold. I haven't brought it up too high because I don't want it to go into the areas that are a bit crepey, but it's quite nice in that middle bit. So just let that dry, and I am going to sweep a little bit more even of the dark brown over. So you can layer it as much as you want, you can have fun. If you want to, you can put a little bit of the dark brown even underneath and just give that even more definition. A little bit just in here. Jamie's got a bit in here as well actually, so a little bit there too. Right, so what I'm going to do now, I definitely need brows and lashes. So I'm going to put a little bit of the Instant Bright highlighter underneath my brows. Just dot it under the brows. And then again, you can either use fingers, or I quite like to go back with my concealer brush just to create that little bit of light underneath, which Jamie's got as well, just underneath her brows. While I've got it out, I'm going to use it on my cheekbones and dot that in so that when I turn, there's that little sort of bit of dewiness, which Jamie definitely had on her cheeks. It looked gorgeous. I'm going to just do a little stripe down my nose as well, just to make my nose look a little bit more narrow and a bit on my Cupid's bow. Now, I am going to do my brows and then I'm going to do my lashes. You can do it the other way around, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to use Bring Back Brow shape in Blonde. I could have used the brown, but I'm trying to create a similar colouring to the one that Jamie had, and I think this is probably the most similar. So let's just fill in any gaps and just lengthen. And Jamie's, she brought them sort of in a little bit so that there's a good definition in this area, just sort of inside. So little feathery strokes. If you've got any gaps, it's brilliant for just filling in the gaps. And I'm going to now soften it through with the brush. Right, I feel that going to the Golden Globes, I need my lashes to look really good. So I am going to curl them. I'm going to use the eyelash curlers and I am going to hold it for about 10 seconds, blink down while curling up, really squeezing. That's made a difference. Even though my lashes are fairly short, a slight curl really helps to open my eyes. And hopefully I'm not going to cry at my awards ceremony, but I'd like to probably, just to be on the safe side, use my waterproof mascara, Lied Lash Mascara, but I'll use the black waterproof. So I am going to really make sure I put enough mascara on. The beauty of this mascara is you can just build it up and it doesn't go clumpy or cloggy. It doesn't have the filaments, so it will just really enhance your lashes without making them look spidery and unnatural. Wiggle the mascara one through the base of the lashes to really give you a bit of definition. Okay, I'm going to put a bit on the bottom as well, not quite as much. So we are getting towards the bit where we need a little bit of colour in my face. And Jamie's got a really nice sort of light, bright effect under the eyes. So I'm going to put a tiny bit more concealer at this point. I'm actually going for the slightly lighter colour now. I'm going for the number 1, just around here, just to make sure it's really light and bright. I need a bit of colour. I'm going to use the beautiful Peach Cream blush, this one. And I like to put it on to start with my fingers and then blend it with a brush. I like to then blend it upwards with the blusher brush, and you can build it up. So Jamie has gone for a really nice sort of peach look. So this is a perfect colour to achieve that look. I'm going to now also get a little bit of bronzer and just use the beautiful Enduring Summer Bronze with my big brush. I'm just going to put that into the hairline, just a sweep of bronzer, oops, up here, and a little bit down here. You can do it in a sort of number 3 shape, like so. So Jamie's got a really soft, nude, glossy look, and I'm going to create the same effect using the Look Fabulous Forever's products, and I am using lip liner in Soft Fig. So you notice I've actually outlined my lips, but I filled it in as well. I'm going for Tawny Beige. Tawny Beige is a really pretty neutral colour lipstick. So again, if you really want the professional red carpet look, use a lip brush. So I'm using my lip brush number 5. If you're cooler in colouring, you could go for Dusky Rose. So Jamie's gone for quite a nude look because she's got strong eyes, and that's what some people like to do. They have a slightly lighter, more nude lip and a strong eye look. Obviously you can play around. If you don't like the nude eye look, then that's fine, you can go a bit stronger. So I'm going to finish off with a glossy look, and I really like Cinnamon Kiss. I could have used the clear gloss, but I'm going to go for a little bit of colour. Normally I would just put it in the middle of the top and bottom, but I think Jamie's got it a little bit more. Gloss always gives you that little bit of glamour. Okay, I'm going to take my clips out now. I don't have that beautiful haircut that Jamie Lee Curtis has got. I'm really sorry. Can't do that one for you today, but hopefully you can see a slight similarity between my makeup and Jamie's. I hope you have enjoyed this. As I said, if you've got any experiences of the red carpet that you've been to, do let us know what makeup you wore. If you've got any questions or comments about the video, then please put them in the box below. And I really hope you've enjoyed watching, my trip to the Golden Globes, stealing the look from Jamie Lee Curtis. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.